Emanating from deep under the earth. Where are we? Why is this not happening? Bummer. My starter didn't work. Well, welcome back. Happy New Year. It's the one thing I didn't test. Welcome, Brainiacs. I am your host, Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics. Every week, we bring you a curated list of comic books and graphic novels that will be going to print next week and are scheduled to hit the shelves as soon as 4 weeks from now. We are here today to share this info and give one final chance to subscribe and or special order many of these beautiful books before Sunday, January 7th at 5 p.m. Last Call Live is broadcast live from Studio G version 5.0 in East Downtown Dearborn. Welcome to Last Call Live. Oh, wait, there it is. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call Live. Okay. Green Brain Comics and Last Call Live are powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com. Mobile apps available for Android and iPhone. Start up an account online or sync up onto your existing account. Lost my place. Order and pay securely online and make sure you never miss an issue. I will be using Comichub today to show you items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders carousel. First off, I'd like to apologize to the Facebook audience that can't hear me right now because I was not able to correctly link up to the new settings over at Facebook today. I'll figure that out and get it fixed for next week. For the time being, though, I would like to welcome my partner in crime, Katie Merritt, into the chat. Thank you for joining us this morning, Katie. And let's get back to the tour here. Let's see. On Comichub, we will be showing you a bunch of things. First among them is our spotlight on younger readers' books, calling all young minds, unleash the power of graphic novels, fuel visual literacy, and ignite imagination. Embrace the magic of reading now. But first, I gotta slip through a couple frames here. Let's see, we got the opener. We got all the carousels. We got our current search. This is all the catalogs currently up. I think maybe the last 2 or 3 months worth of catalogs is all up here for search. The second carousel down is the preview pages for some of the books that we will be looking at today and some other things in the not too distant future. Next to that, or below that, we've got the carousel for Last Call, which we will be looking at today. Remember, our carousels rotate left to right. And the bottom carousel is next Wednesday's items. This is everything that we are expecting for the shelf at this point for next week, Wednesday, January 10th. Let's scroll back up here to Last Call Live, the Last Call FOC carousel. Once we open that, we will see that we have different options. We have filters for publishers, categories, brands, etc. And below that, an alphanumeric filter. Okay, and we jumped into Last Call for younger readers. And And next thing we'll look at is The Shepherdess Warriors. This is a graphic novel, Volume 1. There it is. It's an epic fantasy adventure for all ages. It's been 10 years since the men of the village left to fight in the Great War. 10 years since they left the women, children, and older generation for a conflict far away from home and that they knew almost nothing about, except that it was about the security of their nation, their family, and their valley. 10 years have passed since anyone had heard any news of the war, but the women quickly took charge of village matters. This beautiful book is put together, let's see, by Ablaze Comics from writer Jonathan Garnier and artist Amélie Flachet. That will be available on February 28th, but you can get your order in this weekend for this beautiful, beautiful book. Sorry, folks, I'm drying out already. Next up on our spotlight for younger readers is The Adventures of Gummy Bears, A New Beginning. This is a collection of material from the Disney Afternoon Adventures magazine, worked on by some of our close friends in the comic creative business. This also features a cover by Annabelle Uzal and is from Fantagraphics Books. Fantagraphics is going different directions than you would expect with this Disney license that they've had for quite a while. This is interesting stuff from Fantagraphics. Then we have a new volume graphic novel from Penguin Books in the Who HQ graphic novel series. This called Who Was Her Own Work of Art, the Frida Kahlo story by Terry Blass with art by Ashanti Fortson. This is great material to add to our collection, but even better to have it available for younger readers to discuss and discover the beautiful work of Frida Kahlo. Oh, that's good news. Katie says we're live over on Facebook, but I guess a bit choppy. So, all right, cool. Thanks for the word and the update. Okay, Who Was Her Own Work of Art, Frida Kahlo. And back to the tabs here. Next up, we have a focus on manga. Unlock the secrets of the manga world with our preview of upcoming titles, offering a glimpse into the big new hits in the manga world. And first up is also from Ablaze Comics, the new volume of Osamu Tezuka's Shakespeare Manga Theater. This focuses on adaptations of the Merchant of Venice, Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet, The Taming of the Shrew, Parakeet, and Othello. These all collected from different points and sources of publication throughout Osamu Tezuka's career. That will be available on February 28th. Next up is the Trigun Maximum Deluxe Edition. While we don't have art for this, I would imagine it's not too illustrative and will probably be very similar in design nature to the Berserk Maximum Deluxe Edition hardcovers that they've had over at Dark Horse Comics. That will be available on April 24th. Cells at Work gets a new omnibus, Volume 2, collecting 4 through 6 of the smaller volumes. Same for Fairy Tale Omnibus Volume 2. And Magic Knight Rayearth Volume 2. And then from Kodansha we get a new Volume 6 of Sailor Moon the Naoko Takeuchi collection. That wraps up focus on manga. Next up will be our opportunity to discover captivating jump-on points, epic conclusions, and fascinating comic highlights on Last Call for Special Items. One of the first things we will look at today is a very cool looking slipcase collection of the soft covers of Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little slipcase collection, collecting all 6 black and white digest size volumes in one gorgeous slipcase with an exclusive poster cover. With an exclusive poster. This is the classic Scott Pilgrim experience from Brian Lee O'Malley and Oni Press, coming in at an impressive page count of 1,208 pages for a price of $89.99 from Oni Press. This might have meant to be focused in graphic novels, but we get a new graphic novel from Pow Pow Press, For As Long As It Rains, from Zvian. Oh, here it is. We get the official Godzilla coloring book. Official. Look, you get the Techno Godzilla. All those fun robots. Mothra Godzilla. Godzilla official coloring book. Softcover will be available on March 13th from Titan Publishing. Oh yeah, then I was going to do this focus on a newer publisher called Stranger Comics. Is that the name? No, it's just called Strangers Press. This is Cole County Outbreak. It's a one-shot, just 32 pages from creator Pat Alicio. Also from Strangers, the God Bless the Machine. These are very artsy looking pieces of comic. This almost looks like a small art press here from Connor McCann. $10 for 44 pages. Looks swell. Machinophobe from Strangers and creator Raphael Zaitz. Missing Number 1 from Valentin de la Casas and Rusalka. This is a graphic novel called Whispers of the Forest from Camilla Kroll and Strangers. That wraps up our little focus on special items. Next up, we'll be looking at some graphic novels here. Discover original graphic novels and trade paperbacks, collecting the hottest news stories from big and small publishers. Don't miss the excitement. Last call for graphic novels. First up is the collection of the recent miniseries from Vault Comics, Mighty Barbarians, from the writers of Barbaric. Zero Calcare, The Armadillo Prophecy. This is a new volume from the artist of the same name that inspired a popular animated series over at Netflix. Eternal Warrior, Scorched Earth graphic novel. This is from Alien Books / Valiant Entertainment. This may be original material to this graphic novel from writer Trey Dean and artist Alberto Tarasido? Sure. We get Ranger Academy, the Volume 1, collecting that first arc from that series from Boom Studios. Lord of the Jungle, the graphic novel, collecting the miniseries from Dynamite. Dynamite is also putting out Volume 1 of Vampirella and Dracula Unholy. The Masters of the Universe graphic novel, collecting that recent miniseries. Panya, the Mummy's Curse, from the world of Hellboy. Also from that same world, the Witchfinder Omnibus Volume 1 from Mike Mignola and artist Ben Stenbeck. We get a few graphic novels from DC Comics here. This is Volume 1 softcover of the Batman Superman World's Finest current running series. Then we get a fantastical historical archive, J.L. Ape, the complete collection, featuring a cover by none other than Arthur Adams and material from throughout DC's Silver Age and more modern eras, focusing on all the fun that they had with apes over in the DC universe. Then we get the Justice League New 52 Book 1. This collects the first year plus of that popular run on the Justice League from Jeff Johns and Jim Lee. And we get a nice compendium from Lobo, the Big Fraggin' Compendium. Oh my gosh, look at all the stuff that this collects. So much. Dozens of miniseries and one-shots and appearances throughout the character's history, featuring the creator Keith Giffen writing much of that material, and interiors by Val Semex, and this beautiful cover by Simon Bisley. Next up, we get the Sandman Universe Nightmare Country, The Glass House. This collects that recent miniseries from writer James Tynion IV and artist Lissandro Esterin, with a beautiful cover by Reiko Murakami. Ooh, what's under those sunglasses? Then we get a collection of the recent miniseries Superboy, The Man of Tomorrow from Kenny Porter, Michigander Kenny Porter, and artist Janoy Linde. Tales of the Titans, collecting that recent miniseries. Is that the recent one? Yeah. This includes the Tales of the Titans 1 through 4 and sets up the next big DCU epic, Titans, The Beast World. Do not miss it. This is from writer Shannon Hale, artist Dean Hale, and cover artist Chris Samney. From Drawn and Quarterly, pardon me. We get the new Aya hardcover, Claws Come Out, from Marguerite Abouet and Clement Abreri. Another interesting graphic novel from Fair Square Comics. This called I Run to Make My Heart Beat. This is a focus for Black History Month from our writer Rachel Kahn and artist Aoud Massat. Also from Fair Square, we get a new remastered and expanded Noir is the New Black graphic novel featuring several stellar talents, including Brandon Thomas, Gary Phillips, Brandon Easton, David Walker, dozens and dozens of other creators, 17 stories, 45 creators, with a foreword by Sean Martinborough, available on January 31st. Wow, that's a quick turnaround. Over at Fantagraphics, we get a couple interesting looking books. Blessed Be, it's a new original graphic novel from Rick Altergott. This called Blessed Be, Small Town Weirdness Scales New Comedic Heights in Altergott's long-awaited graphic novel. That will be available. It's 152 pages for $25. Available on February 21st. Blessed Be. Also from Fantagraphics, we get a new original graphic novel from Johnny Ryan, the co-creator of Nickelodeon series Pig, Goat, Banana, Cricket, and the story editor of Warner Brothers' mid-2010s reboot of Looney Tunes. Comes this ridiculous looking work from Johnny Ryan, upholding crime and corruption one fast food joint at a time. Fat cop never passes up a possible grift, a chance to use excessive force, or a pit stop at any chain restaurant he passes. That's probably as far as I should go safely. Fat Cop by Johnny Ryan will be available right here at Green Brain Comics on March 6th for $29.99. Equally graphic and quite possibly more controversial, it's Red Room Crypto Killers from none other than cartoonist Kay Faber, Ed Piskor. That collects the third and final, or at least for now, final Red Room story of the splatterpunk smash hit series with tons of extras. Don't hide your eyes, little mummy. Ed Piskor brings the Rebel Comics culture to Fantagraphics for the new modern era. Available on February 28th, it's Red Room Crypto Killers. Over at IDW, we get a very cool looking graphic novel called Mary Tyler Moorhawk. This was a staff favorite at the previews party this last month. Mary Tyler Moorhawk is brought to you by cartoonist Dave Baker. And is it's a combo, let's see, Johnny Quest meets Infinite Jest, the mind-bending book, half graphic novel, half postmodern mystery, and 25% footnotes, is a thrilling tribute to the ways we build meaning out of a disposable pop culture. Right on. From Dave Baker and IDW Publishing, Mary Tyler Moorhawk. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, collection of the Dog of War miniseries. Also collecting the Antarctica miniseries from Image Comics. Let's see. Yeah, we got a few Image Comics here. Aerosmith from Kurt Busiek and Carlos Pacheco. This is cool. A Times Squared omnibus from Howard Chaykin. This goes way back in Howard Chaykin's oeuvre, the graphic experiment narrative, daring narrative, and a visually explosive graphic novel. Howard Chaykin's Time Squared was a work ahead of its time. Now to commemorate its return more than 35 years later with its long-awaited conclusion, it still is. Times Squared Omnibus from Howard Chaykin will be available on February 7th. Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland. This from Scotty Young and Friends with a cover by Mike Del Mundo. And Void Rivals, collecting the first arc from the new hit series by Robert Kirkman and Lorenzo Di Felice, More Than Meets the Eye. Oh, yeah, we got more over at Image. One more. Weird Work from Jordan Thomas and Shaky Kane. Weird indeed. This collects that Weird miniseries 1 through 4 and will be available on February 7th from Image Comics. Got a couple more to look at here. This is a collection of the recent miniseries over at Opus Books, featuring the license of Cradle of Filth, the Cradle of Maledictus Athenium. Cool looking graphic novel featuring the cover art by Ryan Christensen. And finally, what? Bingo. What did I do? I guess that didn't work. Oh, I wasn't going to do that. That's right. All right, well, here we go. Next up is, let's see, Last call for new printings. Get ready for a second chance. Next up on Last Call for New Printings, we unveil new printings on hot sold-out comics. Don't miss out on your favorite. And I already blew the surprise. We get a new printing of Batman, A Death in the Family. This one called Batman number 428, Robin Lives. This is a reprinting of first full printing of the alternative ending to The Death in the Family, in which Jason Todd survives his encounter with the Joker. Featuring this color-treated or color-subtracted cover by Mike Mignola, written by Jim Starlin, and art by Jim Aparo. Can also get it with this cover B, Jim Aparo, spoiler panel cover. It's kind of cool. But also, hey, there's a whole bunch of other new printings that will probably be posted up on Comic Hub later this afternoon, including a new printing of Animal Pound, House of Slaughter number 20, and Pine and Merrimack number 1 from Boom Studios. Also from DC, we get a second printing of Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong number 3. And at Image, G.I. Joe number 302. Void Rivals 2 through 5 all get new printings. And Oni Press is doing a second printing of Dwellings number 3.